Alright, in this first matchup using Labyrinth, we're going to be taking a look at going second against one of the most popular decks in the format, which is Branded Bystial. Now this opponent here starts off with the Branded Lost and the Branded in High Spirits, revealing Soronir, sending the Albion. Pretty strong start because it's going to allow them to grab the Cartasia and dump off of the Soronir, as well as get an end phase search with the Albion. They're going to normal summon the Cartasia and then fuse with the Baldrake in order to bring out the Yugioh, which is going to be able to dump a card. Now I can't interrupt this with Ash because of the Branded Lost, so they are going to get the free pickup off Lost here, as well as the dump for the LABRYNTH'S, which will get them a Branded Fusion or Polymerization during the end phase as well. So they go ahead and bring Kit, and again, I'm not ashing any of this because I'm saving my ash for this card right here, the Branded Fusion. With the Kit, they're going to have to put back their other cards, so if that was like a called by or something, we just dodge that. On the Branded Fusion, we are going to shut down that play. This is the main extender for Branded. If you shut down the Branded Fusion, usually just kills their turn. So this right there, despite this being a Labyrinth deck, probably won me the game. The Branded in red has no valid targets in Despia and or Fallen of Albaz, so that is not a threat. During the end phase, we are going to activate the Chandelier, pitching the Lovely in order to set a welcome, not a big welcome. The opponent is going to be able to grab a Branded Fusion and bring Cartasia back to hand, and that's going to be the turn for them. So this board is very much manageable. We draw Compulse, which is even better because that's going to out the Yugioh. We're going to go ahead and use Welcome Labyrinth to bring out the Ariana, and search for the field spell. This card in the grind game is incredible. Since Labyrinth is a control deck, you want to set up the grind game as fast as possible, especially when you go second, because you're going to attempt to out-resource your opponent, break their board, out-resource them. They draw Regain for turn. I make a bit of a misplay here, probably don't need to use this right now. There was definitely a more optimal way to play this, and I'll explain that in a bit, but we are going to be able to compulse and trigger off a bunch of effects here, resetting the Welcome, getting the Chandelier back to hand, triggering the Labyrinth to bring back the Lovely, and then using the Ariana here to also draw a card. So pretty strong stuff. What I probably could have done, or actually maybe not, I was thinking, was there a way that I can get Lovely Labyrinth on the field and then compulse? But I guess there probably isn't a way. So this is a slight problem because I did forget they had dumped a Lubellion off of the Soronir, and because of this now they're able to resolve the Branded Regain. So maybe I should have welcomed Labyrinth first to bring out the Lady, and then I could have chained Compulse. Yeah, so there was a better way to play this. Activate Welcome, bring out Lady, chain Compulse so that Lady can get a free set, and then the Welcome Labyrinth could have popped either the Branded Lost or the Regain to prevent the summon and the Bystial follow-up, because I know what their two cards are in hand, right? It's a Branded Fusion and it's a Blazing Cartasia, and we already have the Dimensional Barrier. So I'm pretty sure because this card doesn't negate, I'm pretty sure it plays around Branded Lost, so I didn't necessarily need to pop the Branded Lost because I could still activate the trap card in response to the Branded Fusion, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So if anyone in the comments knows, let me know. But this setup is going to allow them to get Beast on field, but we have too many power cards on field for the opponent to really deal with it with Beast. So yeah, this is not going to do anything. We know that we have the Dimensional Barrier, which is going to stop the Cartasia, and then the opponent is going to Beast away the Lovely here, but it doesn't matter. We have a Pot of Extravagance. We're going to draw 3 next turn for turn, and then 2 off Extravagance. Welcome, that he knows we reset, is going to pop a card, probably the Beast. The Branded in red is dead. The Branded Fusion can't be used now because of Dimension Barrier, and we're likely just going to get Lovely back on field and just cycle through Dimension Barrier. The opponent kind of realizes and surrenders. In this video, we are going to take the role of a brand new Master Duel player who grinded our way through solo mode, saved up 10,000 gems, and are looking to build the best, most budget-friendly but competitive version of a deck to take into Season 19 of Ranked. And I'm happy to say, with the newest pack, Dreaded Conspiracy, there were some absolute bangers released in the set to help you accomplish that goal. There were some nice Trap Trick, there were some nice Dark World support. Well, this is a reprint, this is the new card, but what we care about is the new Labyrinth cards, and more specifically, not what's in the Dreaded Conspiracy pack, but the new secret pack that Konami released in Master Duel, and they're giving it away, not giving it away, but allowing you to open this pack for 44 days before it disappears. So for the Labyrinth deck list, if you are trying to make a budget-friendly version, I think this will be the best option for you. You don't need to play the Keldo and Mudora. These are just good cards to discard off the furniture. giving you further disruption in the graveyard, which is really good. You should have your staples, Ash, and Max C crafted already, so I'm not going to count those as the ultra rare targets. But when you look at this deck, it technically is budget friendly if you open the pack, right? Because your super rares pretty much come in the pack. You'll have to craft your Pot of Extravagance, your Ice Dragon Prison, this is one of your Floodgates and the Skill Drain and the Gozen Match, and Dimensional Barrier, which is a Floodgate, and then Eradicator Epidemic. And sorry, your Imperms are also a staple hand trap. So yeah, these are 9 ultra rares that you should have crafted because they're used in virtually every deck in the game right now. As for the ultra rares, like I said, just one Lovely, 2 Lady, and the trap cards Welcome Labyrinth and Big Welcome Labyrinth. Again, these are all cards, all the engine cards are coming in the pack. And then 3 of the super rares also come in the pack, which leaves you to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 super rares. And you'll probably get this if you want to play it in the pack as well. So 8 super rares. As for the extra deck, it doesn't really matter too much because you're extraving most of your extra deck, and it's very, very unlikely you're going to summon something from the extra deck. But I would say you want your 3 Muckcrackers, so you'll probably craft 3 of these, even though they're in the Dreaded Conspiracy pack. Again, you don't really want to open that pack, just value for gems. So just craft 3. Super rare points aren't really that hard to come by. You'll have a lot of them throughout the game, so don't worry about that. You should have a Dark, again, another super rare, and maybe a Nightmare Phoenix and a Nightmare Cerberus, and maybe a Nightmare Unicorn if you want to spare the ultra rare points, which is kind of a staple card to a certain degree. I also recommend a Lingaribo, just in case you get Iblied. This helps you out the Ibli, and then you can play through there. And then aside from that, these cards don't really matter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to open up a couple of these packs. We're going to start with the free pack here. It is a gold pack, so let's open this up. I will skip through the animations. I'm not a big fan of sitting through and opening packs one by one. We're going to get a super rare here. Okay, we got the Destiny board and the I and the L. That's not the deck I want to play. And I do have a conspiracy actually saying that if you build your deck in the deck builder, the game won't give you the cards that you built your deck with, which it's kind of crazy, but let's test that. So you saw the deck probably already, and I didn't have any of the cards. Let's see what we get. So first 10 pack opening, 0 rainbows, and we skip, no ultra rare. Okay. 1 Arion, which is the card we didn't put into the deck. None of the other super rares that we put into the deck so far. Okay, so that's 1 set of super rares down. Okay, let's open up another set of 10. We've got 2 rainbows. Can we get a Labyrinth card? Most likely not. Oh, okay, we actually got 2. That's good. I'm already like fearing for the worst. So we got 1 and 1. Okay, let's open up another 10 pack. We got 1 rainbow here. We got a Lovely, so that's 2 ultra rares. Yeah, there is a lot that you need for this, for sure. Okay, so we're on 4,000. Another 1 rainbow. Okay, nothing here. Don't even know how much of the supers we got, but again, we're not worried about the supers. Okay, we're down to 5,000 gems spent. 1 rainbow pack. Again, just 1 ultra rare. There's the Ariana. We've got 1 of those now. Okay, 6 of the Dark Spirit Malice, sure. Still no welcome. Okay, 2 Lady, or 2 Lovely, I mean. We don't want those. 1 Archfiend, Ghastly Glitch. Okay, we're going to be down to 3,000 gems. Still only with the 1 rainbow. Okay, there's the second big welcome. 2 cards that aren't related to this pack. And that, I guess that is one of the risks that you run when you open a secret pack is, you know, half your pack is technically anything that isn't in the pack. It's like in the master pack. Whereas a selection pack, you only pull what's in the selection pack, but the selection pack has a pretty wide variety anyways. Okay, so no rainbows. And once again, no ultra rare. So yeah, it looks like we're spending all of our gems here. I said 6,000 or 7,000. That's crazy. Yeah, you're definitely spending 10. There's the third big welcome. So it looks like we will be crafting the Welcome Labyrinths. And let's see, 10,000 gems. Oh my gosh, don't make me open another. Okay, we got 3 ultra rares, none of which are related to the pack. And let's go ahead and take a look at how the deck is going to shape up with our pack opening. Alright, so we're back on the deck screen here, and if we go to edit deck, let's see what we got. Okay, so we are missing the 3 Welcome Labyrinth, which are all ultra rare, and 1 Lady Labrynth of the Silver Castle. So not too bad. We've got 252 ultra rares, so we are going to be able to craft these if we want to play it, which we're going to have to do. But we did get, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ultra rares out of that pack opening. And if we take a look at what we will be able to dismantle from that pack, the sous ship cards, I mean, those are a budget deck, but if we go dismantle here, okay, we're going to get 50 ultra rares, 340 super rares. Alright, so those super rares more or less just pay for this deck at this point, right? And then we just have to worry about the ultra rares. Alright, so we were able to get 3,500 gems out of our box. Let's go ahead and open these packs. 1 rainbow, alright. A 3rd lovely, okay, not what we want. More of the Labyrinth cards though, and just, I guess, more ultra rare dust. Okay, 1 rainbow again. Not great. Let's open up our final 10 pack, and this will be it. Do we get a welcome or... oh my gosh, it's going to give me no. Okay, scapegoat, wow. No welcome and no silver, or no lady. So we're going to have to craft those, but at least we got some more ultra rare dust. So when it's all said and done, you can see here that we're going to end on 872 super rares. We are going to dismantle some more stuff, but when we craft these ultra rares, we're going to go from 302 down to 182. Anyways, let's take a look at what the, I guess, 15,000 gets us. So I guess we can just dismantle all those and then go to dismantle select and just see what we end on resource wise. So we're going to end with 232, which is actually where I think we started. So what, 13,000 gems got us a full Labyrinth deck, and we ended on pretty much the same resources as we started with. Oh, sorry, actually no, I gotta generate these guys. 3 of those, and there's the deck, 912. So yeah, pretty much the same resources that we started with. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some matches with Labyrinth. In this matchup here, we are once again going second, but our opening hand draws actually all 3 of our 1-of traps, 1 skill drain, 1 eradicator, and the 1 Archfiend Ghastly Glitch that we play. So what we do right here is the opponent normal summons Shadow Mist and uses Mass Change to get a Dark Law on field. So in response to the Mass Change, we're going to Stovey Torby. The reason is because if we waited till after the Dark Law was on the field and did this during the end phase, the Stovey and the discarded card would be banished. So we don't want that. So we have to reveal what we're on a little early, but that's okay. The Shadow Mist will now activate in the graveyard, but we are going to Ash that to prevent them from getting a follow-up Hero Monster to hand. And we're going to put them on, well, you got 3 cards left, good luck in extending from here. They know we're on Labyrinth. This might be an imperm, but if they have Ash, we are in trouble because that will stop our big welcome and they can just beat down with the Dark Law and whatever else they have in hand. They do Maxi, which is fine. This is the nice thing about Labyrinth as well. It doesn't special summon all that much, so you can get your 1 free draw. That's totally okay. We're going to drop Lovely on field, Lovely effect to reset that Ghastly Glitch that we discarded off Stovey Torby. So while these cards may seem like they're negative advantage at the time, once you get your engine rolling, you can see that you can recur a lot of your resources, and the Torby itself will start to come back to field once we out their monster cards with our trap cards as well. So we're just going to go straight battle phase, beat over the opponent's Dark Law, main phase 2, set Eradicator, and set Skill Drain. So these are a very powerful combination of cards here. The opponent's going to attempt to summon Liquid Soldier, use the effect here, and we're going to chain Skill Drain. Now, the opponent, if they had another Mass Change, if they chained Mass Change here, it would allow them to resolve the Liquid Soldier's effect because it would not be on field anymore, but it wouldn't really do anything because once the acid hits the field, it wouldn't wipe my back row because of the Skill Drain would resolve first, then a new Chain Link, the acid would resolve. So all they really get is the Shadow Mist, which again doesn't really give them any more follow-up off of Skill Drain. So they're in trouble either way. They need to find a different way to out the Skill Drain, and unless they play Duster, they're kind of in hot water. So we don't Eradicate it right away because we know the Lovely is the big body on board, and if we out that, there's no other way for us to follow up. But the opponent does end up Fusion Destinying, which gives them some additional extension. And right here, you know, they could have had something to play, but they revealed that they were on double spell, so Eradicator for spell could have done some work, but again, the Lovely has more utility on field. So they get 2 monsters on board, fusion monsters, that is at 25, not enough to beat over the Lovely, and their effects are negated because of Skill Drain, which means we are in total control. So we draw Welcome Labyrinth for turn, which is awesome. We discard the Coup Clock so we can activate it, and we bring out the Lady. So now we've got 2 huge monsters on board, and this is what I was talking about in the deck list video, where you don't even need their effects because these monsters are so big. The opponent likely needs to go into their extra deck in order to out these monsters with monster effects and or big bodies, and so Skill Drain just shuts all of that down usually. And you can see here the opponent, the only thing they're able to do really is use that DPE as defense, because it's other than going to the graveyard and coming back, it can't really do anything. We use the Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch on the opponent's face down card, which is sort of relevant because Droplet could have allowed the opponent to reduce the attacks of our monsters here and beat over them with their hero card. So that was a pretty important way to out the back row. One of the reasons why I like running Ghastly Glitch. And what's crazy is, you know, if they do out the Skill Drain somehow, we will be able to start using Lovely's effect, assuming it stays on field, to start resetting traps. But yeah, the opponent is going to attempt to mass change the Shadow Mist to get another effect off here, and we are going to Ash Blossom that Shadow Mist as well. And then the Dark Law, again, is just a body on board. Its effects are negated. We're just going to beat over it. So at this point, it is a bit of a grind game, and unless the opponent has a way to out this Skill Drain, we're going to slowly whittle them down. And you can see the card advantage already, 5-0. They only have the DPE that's reoccurring itself. I guess they could deny her as well, that's in the graveyard, but that's about it. And sure enough, yeah, they deny her for just more defense on board. Unlikely that this face down card is something significant as well. So we draw Imperm. We just go Battle Phase. Again, the opponent's activating for no reason, and we just beat over the opponent's card once again. They're on 3,100 life points, so almost there. We set the Imperm just in case, you know, like if this is an Imperm or something to negate the Skill Drain, we can always Imperm the opponent's DPE, for example. But apparently the opponent doesn't have anything still, so we draw Ariana, and we're just going to summon it, no effect. Battle Phase, beat over the face down card with the Ariana, and then go for game with Lovely. And just like that, you can see in the grind game with the Skill Drain, Labyrinth is pretty much going to beat like the entire meta. It's absolutely insane.